Today, we are exploring the fascinating history of the 1992 French 1/2 franc coin, a small but important piece of France's monetary heritage. Although modest in value, this coin represents decades of French history, economic development, and national identity. By understanding its story, we gain a deeper appreciation for the role that everyday coins play in reflecting a nation's culture and values. The 1/2 franc coin was issued by the French Republic during the era known as the Fifth Republic. The Fifth Republic began in 1958 under the leadership of President Charles de Gaulle and continues to this day. During this period, France experienced major political, economic, and social changes. The country's currency, the franc, remained an important symbol of national sovereignty until the introduction of the euro in the early 2000s. The French franc itself had a long and distinguished history. First introduced in the Middle Ages, it underwent many transformations over the centuries. By the 20th century, the franc had become one of Europe's most recognized currencies. However, after World War II, inflation reduced the value of the old franc. To restore confidence in the currency, France introduced the new franc in 1960. One new franc was equal to 100 old francs. This reform simplified accounting and strengthened the nation's monetary system. The 1/2 franc coin became part of this modern currency structure. It represented half of 1 franc and circulated widely throughout France. Although it had a relatively low denomination, it was commonly used in daily transactions. Millions of French citizens carried these coins in their pockets and purses for shopping, transportation, and other everyday expenses. The design of the 1992 1/2 franc coin is both elegant and meaningful. On one side appears the famous Sower, known in French as la Semeuse. This iconic figure was created by renowned French medal engraver Oscar Roty in the late 19th century. The image depicts a woman walking forward while sowing seeds into the wind. She symbolizes hope, progress, freedom, and the future of the French nation. The Sower design first appeared on French coins in the 1890s and became one of the most beloved symbols in French numismatics. By the time the 1992 1/2 franc coin was minted, the design had already been in use for generations. Its continued presence demonstrated France's respect for tradition while maintaining a connection to its republican ideals. The reverse side of the coin features the denomination 1/2 franc along with olive branches and the national motto of France, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, meaning liberty, equality, and brotherhood. These words originated during the French Revolution and remain central principles of the French Republic. Their inclusion on the coin reinforces the values upon which modern France is built. The 1992 issue was struck by the French Mint, known as the Monnaie de Paris. Founded in 864 AD, it is one of the oldest continuously operating minting institutions in the world. For more than 1,000 years, the French Mint has produced coins, medals, and official state decorations. The production of the 1992 1/2 franc coin continued this remarkable tradition. The coin was made from nickel, a durable metal suitable for circulation coinage. Nickel coins resist wear and corrosion, allowing them to remain in circulation for many years. The coin weighed approximately 4.5 grams and measured around 19.5 millimeters in diameter. Its sturdy construction ensured that it could withstand daily use across the country. The year 1992 was especially significant for France and Europe. It was the year of the Maastricht Treaty, an agreement that laid the foundation for the European Union and established plans for a future common currency. While French citizens were still using francs in 1992, discussions about European monetary integration were becoming increasingly important. At the time, few people realized that coins such as the 1/2 franc would eventually disappear from circulation. The franc had been a part of French life for centuries, and many assumed it would continue indefinitely. However, preparations for the euro were already underway, marking the beginning of a historic transition. Throughout the 1990s, the 1/2 franc coin remained a familiar sight. It was used in supermarkets, cafes, public transportation systems, vending machines, and countless other everyday transactions. For many French citizens, it represented a routine part of daily life. Children often received these coins as pocket money, while adults used them for small purchases. The arrival of the euro changed everything. On January 1, 1999, the euro was introduced for financial and accounting purposes. Then, on January 1, 2002, euro coins and banknotes officially entered circulation. French franc coins, including the 1/2 franc, were gradually withdrawn from use. For many people in France, saying goodbye to the franc was an emotional experience. The currency had accompanied generations through wars, economic recovery, technological progress, and social change. Coins like the 1992 1/2 franc became reminders of a significant chapter in French history. Today, the 1992 1/2 franc coin is no longer legal tender, but it remains popular among collectors. Numismatists appreciate it for its historical significance, attractive design, and connection to the final decade of the French franc. Because millions were produced, most examples remain affordable and accessible to new collectors. Collectors often seek coins in excellent condition, particularly uncirculated examples that show little or no wear. Such specimens preserve the original details of the Sower design and the inscriptions. While common circulated pieces usually have modest value, high-grade examples can be more desirable within numismatic collections. The coin also serves as an educational tool. Through its design and history, it tells the story of modern France, Republican ideals, and European integration. It reminds us that even small coins can carry powerful cultural and historical messages. More than 3 decades after its minting, the 1992 French 1/2 franc coin continues to attract interest from collectors and history enthusiasts around the world. Its elegant artwork, practical role in everyday life, and connection to the final years of the French franc make it an important piece of numismatic heritage. In conclusion, the 1992 French 1/2 franc coin is far more than a simple monetary unit. It represents the values of the French Republic, the artistry of Oscar Roty's famous Sower, the long history of the French franc, and the transition toward a united European currency. Though no longer circulating, this small nickel coin remains a lasting symbol of France's rich historical journey. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this exploration of the 1992 French 1/2 franc coin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Goodbye guys.